A few months ago, I had a client who was a big time banker, and the client was explaining to me how frustrating it is to work at the bank. So her whole point was that she's working at the bank where she's the most qualified. She was shortlisted for a promotion, you know, and she felt that she was the most qualified. She had all the credentials, she put in extra work, she did all she was supposed to do. But then every time she get passed over, someone else gets the job. This is not the first time it's happened, this is not the second time. And then her mindset was, the bank is sexist, because she's Igbo, they don't want her to move forward and all that stuff. So she came to therapy, and the whole incident was affecting her life. It was even affecting her relationship with people. And so she came to therapy as a way to maybe try to manage the discomfort that she's experiencing in her daily life. So it was through the therapy, we got to understand something that is interesting about her that she had never done before. We got to understand that the reason why she's getting passed over is not necessarily because the company is sexist or because she's Igbo, but the real reason was she had a poor character, and why I brought this incident up is a lot of us, we don't pay attention to our character. It is something that many of us neglect, but it may surprise you that, like this lady's situation, your character may be the thing that is preventing you from getting what you truly deserve. And that's what people don't talk about. You see, some people are in authoritative positions, in good positions in life, not necessarily because they were the most qualified, but it's because they have a good character. They get along with people. They are there to help people. They are there to help anybody who is down. They are always, they are always adding value to people. And so they get put in certain positions, even though they may not have the credentials to match that position, but people put them there because they see the positive impact they have on other people. So I think it's okay for us to, examine our character. Nobody has a perfect character, but examine our character so that we can work on areas where we have weaknesses, because it's surprising to you, some places you get to some places, not because of your credentials, not because you know somebody, but simply because how you make people feel when they're around you.